Hey folks, let's talk about something we've all experienced, sneaky spending habits. You know, those little expenses that fly under the radar but add up to a mountain of wasted cash over time. We're talking about the subscription services you barely use, the impulse buys that clutter your home, and those harmless daily coffees that drain your bank account. These hidden financial drains can sabotage your financial goals faster than you can stay debt-free. But don't worry, I'm here to help you plug those leaks and take control of your money. It's time to shine a light on these sneaky spenders and learn how to outsmart them. Over the next few minutes, we'll dive deep into 9 common financial traps that might be holding you back from achieving financial freedom. We'll break down each trap, expose its tricks, and equip you with practical strategies to overcome them. Let's talk about subscriptions, those recurring payments for streaming services, meal kits, online courses, you name it. We sign up with good intentions, excited to use the service and reap the benefits. But then life happens. We get busy, our interests change, or a new season of our favorite show just doesn't grab us. And you know what happens next? We forget to cancel. That's right, those monthly fees keep coming out of our accounts, even though we're not using the service anymore. It's like throwing money away every single month. Think about it. That $10 monthly meditation app you use twice? That's $120 a year down the drain. And here's the thing, it's not just one subscription, is it? It's the streaming services, the music apps, the online magazines. They multiply faster than rabbits. Before you know it, you're shelling out hundreds of dollars each month for services you barely touch. But there's good news. You can take control of this sneaky spending habit. Start by making a list of every single subscription you have. I mean every single one, no hiding allowed. Write down the monthly cost of each subscription. Now look at that list and ask yourself, am I really using this service enough to justify the cost? Be honest. If you haven't used a service in a month, cancel it. Don't let those recurring charges drain your hard-earned money. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you can put towards your financial goals. And here's a pro tip. Set a reminder on your phone to review your subscriptions every 3 months. This will help you stay on top of your spending and ensure you're not wasting money on services you don't use. We've all been there, folks. You're walking through the store, just picking up a few things, when bam, you spot it. The shiny new gadget, the stylish pair of shoes, the irresistible gadget. It calls your name, whispers sweet promises of happiness and fulfillment. And before you know it, you're walking out of the store, credit card smoking, wondering what just happened. That, my friends, is the dangerous allure of impulse buying. It's like a financial sugar rush, a fleeting moment of satisfaction followed by a crashing wave of guilt and regret. But here's the thing about impulse buys. They prey on our emotions. They exploit our desire for instant gratification, bypassing logic and reason. We end up with a pile of stuff we don't need, didn't budget for, and often regret later. So how do we fight back against this spending monster? It starts with awareness. Recognize those triggers. The end-of-aisle displays, the limited-time offers, the fear of missing out. Remember, retailers are masters of manipulation, carefully crafting strategies to entice you to spend. Before you reach for your wallet, take a deep breath and ask yourself these 3 crucial questions. First, do I need this? Not want, but need. Second, can I afford this? And I don't mean just swiping your credit card and worrying about it later. I mean, is this purchase in your budget? And finally, will I regret this later? If the answer to any of these questions is no, put the item down and walk away. You'll be amazed at how empowering it feels to resist those impulsive urges. Remember, every time you resist an impulse buy, you're taking control of your finances and moving one step closer to your financial goals. Let's talk about those little purchases, the ones that seem insignificant at the time, but can drain your bank account over time. We're talking about the daily latte, the takeout lunches, the magazine at the checkout counter. These expenses are often disguised as necessities or small indulgences, but don't be fooled. They can quickly add up to a significant drain on your finances. Think about it. Spending $5 on coffee every weekday adds up to $100 a month. That's $200 a year. Now imagine if you redirected that money towards your savings goals, investments, or even paying down debt. It's time to break free from the "it's just a few dollars" mentality and realize the true impact of these small, frequent expenses. The problem is, these expenses often fly under the radar. We don't track them, we don't budget for them, and we certainly don't think twice before swiping our cards. But ignoring them is like ignoring a small leak in a pipe. It may seem insignificant at first, but over time, it can cause significant damage. So how do we tackle these seemingly insignificant expenses? It starts with awareness. Start paying attention to where your money is going. Track your spending for a month, noting down every single expense, no matter how small. You might be surprised by what you find. Once you have a clear picture of your spending habits, you can start making changes. Identify areas where you can cut back without feeling deprived. Can you brew your coffee at home instead of buying it every day? Can you pack your lunch a few times a week instead of eating out? Small changes can make a big difference. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, but about making conscious choices with your money. Every time you resist that impulse purchase or choose a more affordable alternative, you're taking control of your finances and moving closer to your financial goals. Let's talk about fees and penalties, those pesky charges that can sneak up on you and wreak havoc on your finances. These charges are like hidden taxes, eating away at your hard-earned money and derailing your financial progress. The worst part? They're entirely avoidable. We're talking about late payment fees on credit cards, overdraft fees, ATM fees, and those sneaky inactivity fees on accounts you forgot you even had. These fees might seem small individually, but they can quickly add up, especially if you're not paying attention. Think about it. A $35 overdraft fee might not feel like a big deal in isolation, but if you're hit with 2 or 3 of those a month, that's over $100. And the worst part? You're essentially paying a penalty for spending your own money. The good news is, avoiding these fees is often a matter of simple planning and discipline. Set up automatic payments for your bills to avoid late fees. Keep track of your account balances to steer clear of overdraft fees. Use your bank's ATMs to avoid those pesky withdrawal charges. And here's a pro tip. If you do happen to incur a fee, don't be afraid to call the company and ask for a waiver. You'd be surprised how often they're willing to work with you, especially if you've been a loyal customer. Remember, every dollar counts, and you deserve to keep as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Now, let's talk about high-interest debt. This is the type of debt that can keep you trapped in a cycle of payments, feeling like you're drowning in interest charges. We're talking about credit card debt, payday loans, and even some personal loans. These types of debt often come with sky-high interest rates, sometimes even reaching 20% or more. That means for every $100 you owe, you could be paying an additional $20 or more just in interest each year. Here's how high-interest debt traps you. Imagine you have a $5,000 credit card balance with a 20% interest rate. If you only make the minimum payments, it could take you years, even decades, to pay off that debt. And the worst part? You'll end up paying thousands of dollars in interest charges alone. So how do you escape the clutches of high-interest debt? The first step is to stop digging the hole deeper. Put away those credit cards and commit to living within your means. Remember, every time you swipe your card and accrue more high-interest debt, you're digging yourself deeper into a financial hole. Next, create a plan to tackle your debt aggressively. Look for ways to increase your income, even if it means taking on a side hustle or selling some of your belongings. Remember, the sooner you can pay off your high-interest debt, the less you'll pay in interest charges and the faster you can achieve financial freedom. And here's a pro tip. Consider consolidating your debt into a lower interest loan. This can help you save money on interest charges and simplify your payments, making it easier to manage your debt and get back on track. Lifestyle inflation is a sneaky trap that catches many people off guard, especially when they experience an increase in income. It's the tendency to increase your spending as your income grows, often without even realizing it. You get a raise, and suddenly, you deserve to treat yourself. You upgrade your apartment, buy a nicer car, start eating out more frequently. Before you know it, you're living paycheck to paycheck again, despite earning more money than ever before. The problem with lifestyle inflation is that it prevents you from building wealth and achieving your financial goals. Instead of saving and investing your extra income, you're essentially spending it before you even have a chance to see it. It's like running on a treadmill. You're working harder, but you're not making any real progress. So how do you avoid the trap of lifestyle inflation? It starts with setting clear financial goals. What do you want to achieve with your money? Do you want to buy a house? Retire early? Having specific goals in mind will help you stay motivated and focused on your long-term financial well-being. Next, create a budget and stick to it. Track your spending and identify areas where you can cut back or redirect funds towards your savings and investment goals. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, but about making conscious choices with your money. And here's a pro tip. Consider automating your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts each month. This will help you make saving a habit and prevent lifestyle inflation from creeping in. Let's talk about investing, a topic that often seems shrouded in mystery and complexity. Many people avoid investing because they think it's too risky or they don't have enough money to get started. But the truth is, investing is one of the most powerful tools you have for building long-term wealth. When you invest, you're essentially putting your money to work for you. Instead of sitting idle in a savings account, your money has the potential to grow exponentially over time through the power of compound interest. Compound interest is like magic. It's the ability of your money to earn interest on your initial investment, plus any accumulated interest. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger. The same principle applies to investing. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but investing is risky. And yes, there's always some level of risk involved with any investment. But the truth is, not investing is even riskier in the long run. Inflation erodes the value of your money over time, meaning if you're not investing, your money is actually losing purchasing power. So, how do you get started with investing? First, educate yourself. There are countless resources available online and in libraries to help you understand the basics of investing. Next, determine your risk tolerance and investment goals. And here's a pro tip. Start small and gradually increase your investments over time. You don't need a lot of money to get started, and even small, consistent investments can add up to significant wealth over time. Let's face it, life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. That's where insurance comes in. Insurance provides a safety net, protecting you and your loved ones from the financial devastation that can result from unexpected events. We're talking about health insurance, car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, the list goes on. These policies act as a financial buffer, helping you cover the costs of medical bills, car repairs, property damage, or even lost income in case of an accident, illness, or other unforeseen circumstances. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Insurance is just another expense. And yes, it's true that insurance premiums can sometimes feel like an added burden. But the truth is, not having adequate insurance can be far more costly in the long run. Imagine facing a mountain of medical bills after an unexpected illness or accident. Or worse, imagine the financial strain on your family if you were to pass away unexpectedly without life insurance. These are situations that no one wants to think about, but it's crucial to be prepared for the unexpected. So how do you ensure you have adequate insurance coverage? It starts with assessing your needs. What risks are you most concerned about? What are your financial obligations? Once you have a clear understanding of your needs, you can start shopping around for policies that fit your budget and provide the coverage you need. And here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid to negotiate with insurance companies. Shop around for quotes from different providers, and don't be afraid to ask for discounts or lower premiums. Let's talk about budgeting. I know, it's not the most exciting topic, but trust me on this one. Budgeting is the foundation of sound financial management. It's the roadmap that guides you toward your financial goals, helps you make informed spending decisions, and prevents you from drowning in debt. Think of a budget as your financial GPS. It helps you navigate the twists and turns of your financial journey, ensuring you stay on track and reach your desired destination. Without a budget, it's easy to overspend, accumulate debt, and feel like you're constantly playing catch-up with your finances. Creating a budget doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive. It's simply about tracking your income and expenses, identifying areas where you can cut back, and allocating your money in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Start by tracking your spending for a month or two to get a clear picture of where your money is going. Then categorize your expenses into needs and wants. Needs are essential expenses like housing, food, and transportation. Wants are things that enhance your life but aren't essential for survival, like entertainment, dining out, and hobbies. Once you have a good understanding of your spending habits, You can start setting spending limits for each category. The goal is to allocate your money in a way that allows you to cover your essential expenses, save for your future, and still have some wiggle room for fun and entertainment. And here's a pro tip. Make budgeting a regular habit. Review your budget monthly or even weekly to track your progress, make adjustments as needed, and celebrate your successes. We've covered a lot of ground today, folks, but the key takeaway is this. You have the power to take control of your finances. By recognizing and plugging those hidden financial drains, you can free up more money to pursue your dreams, achieve your goals, and live a more fulfilling life. Remember to be mindful of those sneaky spending habits, tackle high-interest debt head-on, and make saving and investing a priority. And don't forget the importance of budgeting and insurance in protecting your financial well-being. Now, I want to hear from you. What are some of your biggest financial challenges? What steps are you taking to plug those hidden financial drains in your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips and strategies to help you achieve financial freedom.